Hello, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium once again. Welcome to my little channel. I guess for the last 3 or 4 years, I've wondered why we don't have schools for psychic mediums. And that's the point I'm going to discuss today. We have special instructors for athletes. We have running coaches and football coaches and basketball coaches and for just silly games. That's all these things are. Gonna bounce a ball down a wooden floor and throw it through a hoop. How many times do you want to watch that? 2 or 3 times, I'm pretty much done with it. Although people who are basketball knowledgeable will say they can watch it all day. And you ask them about it and say, yeah, but look what he's doing. It's so hard to do. I say, he's bouncing a rubber ball down a court and throwing it through a hoop. It's a kid's game. You made $40 million doing that? Can he spell cat? So if you're a runner or a javelin thrower or a football player or basketball player, there's a room full of coaches to get you to where they want you to be and possibly where you want to be. As a psychic medium, we mostly lay low. We hide in the crevices because discovery means almost instant aloneness. Being ostracized for being a psychic medium is pretty common. Never bothered me that much, but most it does because mediums are sensitive. So why not within the regular school learn what you can do with it? Meditation instructors, how to contact your guides, how to use that knowledge to attain things, how to help others, demeanor. How do you act as a psychic medium? How should you act? How to make a living at it, what your job opportunities are. A whole course of study. We do it for everything else. We have billions and billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars invested in brick buildings and teachers and vans to carry them around and uniforms and stadiums and one little classroom where you learn. I mean, sure, you audition. You're going to have someone figure out who's what and what they're best at. It could include anything metaphysical. You might be a healer. There are things you can learn about being a healer that might make it easier for you to live in the world or to make a living at it. Take your choice. But if you know what you are to a deeper level, it's easier to live with it yourself, be brave about it, and try and use the skill to help yourself and others. I'm not asking for billions of dollars. The classrooms already exist, and some of them aren't being used during the day anyway. You meet out underneath a tree. You don't even need a classroom. Metaphysics is like that. It requires very little physical. It requires your spirit and an attitude. The rest of it's kind of follows along. Teach things like by pushing too hard, you often don't get anything. By relaxing and letting go of the control you think you have, you gain everything. What's wrong with that concept? I was interested when Star Trek had Jean-Luc Picard and Deanna Troi, who was his sensitive. And when he would come into contact with other alien races, she would stand up there and say, this man's honest, this man's intentions are good, or he's being deceptive, or he's lying, or this is what he really intends. That's not fake. That's real. When we begin Star Trekking, as we will, we've always been on that path. When we begin walking, not for stupid reasons like politicians who want to lay claim to worlds to exploit them for whatever, not that, just for exploring, for learning about things, for bringing new ideas back, for jobs, for practical things. Every ship will have one. I've seen it. I wrote it in a book once. Doesn't make it any more real because I wrote it in a book, but I saw it and I wrote it in a book. Now these people will be employable. Do you think John Luke enjoyed flying through space not knowing what he was coming up with? Don't you think he enjoyed her stepping up and saying, well, this is what I think? Because if you remember, she was always right. We don't speak alien wherever they're from. We're not going to be able to speak to them. Mind-to-mind communication will be the first, and that'll be done by sensitives and psychic mediums. Not by basketball players. We'll put that in the area of entertainment. And the billions and billions and billions of dollars we pay to watch it on television and to have people train them and fix their muscles and show them how to do things. It's entertainment. Does not produce jobs, a few hundred jobs, period. You put everybody that's in the NBA or all those things, they fit downstairs in my living room. It's just not that many of them. So it's entertainment. It's not jobs. Creates jobs for coaches and athletic specialists. Could do the same for psychic mediums or healers. And of course, we're talking about legitimate here. We're not talking about guys that create some crap that's not real and then proceed to write a book around it and go around selling it as something that is real that isn't. And boy, I could name names. I saw one the other day. Had a sign in the store windows, blah, blah, blah. I said, I met that guy. There's nothing real about him. And what he's selling is tickets to see something that he has. It's not real. Pig in a poke. Real legitimate skills. And you know if you've run across someone who has it, because if you're watching my channel, you probably have some skills. That's why you're here. Well, that and you like to watch the circus. And everything I do is a circus. And probably entertaining. Practical purposes of what I do have only been scratched. It's only been scratched. Practical applications. You want to hire somebody and pay him thousands of dollars to tell you where water is on your property? Just hire some old guy with one of the whacks a willow branch and walks around. When it goes down, there's water there. No, it's not scientific, but most of the time you hit water. You can miss water by hiring a specialist to tell you where water is. They're not always right. Just one example. Wouldn't you like to know what's coming? Anyway, just one of my thoughts this morning about we spend so much money on specialists for people who are never going to use the skill we're teaching them in school. There are no basketball courts out there to make a living at, except in a couple, and you're not that good. A lifelong skill might be able to tell you what's around the corner, what's coming, how can you avoid danger, should I be here, shouldn't I be here, what's a good job for this person or that person. in the helping sense. Anyway, what are my thoughts for today? Is it far-fetched? Probably. Is it coming? Probably. Anytime soon? Someone just said not likely. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.